Welcome to the Melbourne Cup at fabulous Flemington and the end of a century of magic moments. It has become more than the race that stops a nation. It stops our hearts as well. From the adrenaline rush through our veins as the gates fly open, to the thunder of the home straight and the twinkle in our eyes as history is made before.
Genius with a capital G.
He dug deep and found the stuff the champions are made of.
It's a sense of pride, of being there. It's a breathtaking 3-minute ride of emotions that will end in either agony or ecstasy, but will always be worth the price of the journey.
Might and Power, the leader. Doremus is coming at him. Doremus after Might and Power. Might and Power and Doremus, they hit it.
From modern-day marvels to a bolt of lightning that became a national hero, the quest for the Golden Chalice begins today. Welcome to Derby Day, the greatest day of racing on the Australian turf calendar. A day when the champions of the future take their first steps towards immortality. And the dreams of racing's elites will be unfolded for all to see.
Arena hit the lead in the Derby. It's drawn away from Royer. Sky Heights and Arena's coming away. Arena wins the Derby by 2.5 lengths.
The excitement, the colour, the passion. From the marquees to the mounting yard, this is Australian racing at its finest.
Portland player in front for Greg Hall. Portland player.
Welcome to the 1999 Melbourne Cup Carnival, live and exclusive to Network 10.
Flashback, and the big one is underway. As they come down the straight the first time. They're going up on the outside. Got 2,000 metres left to travel. It's a fight over the Melbourne Cup.
For over 137 years, it has captured the heart and soul of all Australians. It's the biggest, most prestigious event in our sporting calendar. Yet, it's beyond sport. It's a tradition steeped in our blood, and we wouldn't have it any other way. Only one network can bring you all the emotion of history in the making. The 1999 Melbourne Cup Day, live and exclusive, starts 10 a.m. Tuesday on 10.
Yeah, well, funny enough, as Omnicore was racing as a 2-year-old, I seen him one day at Warwick Farm, and I said to Bart, back in them days, I said, gee, you make a nice Derby horse, that Bart. Well, he come to Melbourne and I didn't ride him. Johnny Marshall rode him, and he had Bozam, I think, in the Derby that year, and I got on him and won the Derby, so...
You know, it's a great thrill to be coming back ahead of the field, and, you know, sort of waved me whip around, the crowd was roaring, and Arena said, no, I'm going back the other way and left me standing in mid-air. So it was, I suppose, took a bit of the glamour off it, but it didn't hurt any of my pride.
Yeah, I always thought it was a match race, which it turned out to be. I had a lovely run. Mr. Smith told me to go forward, stick him outside the leader and dominate the race, and that's what happened. He was just too good on the day. The other horse got into a little bit of trouble, but I still say if he'd got out and come at me at the furlong, I reckon I would have held him.
Great horse, super win, fantastic race. Haven't felt one like that for a while, mate, but I'm looking forward to my next one.
Well, there was a little bit moisture around that day, and we'd ridden the horse from behind. He was disappointing at his last couple of starts, so the change of tactics was to lead, go out and dictate, and, well, as they say, the rest is history.
Flashbacks to derbies of days gone by. Welcome back to Flemington, and we're going to take a look at the 1999 version of the Amy Victoria Derby. Blackfriars Jen is going to be one of the favourites in the race, and rightly so, especially after a terrific performance in the Norman Robinson. I thought it was gone at the 800-metre mark.
Well, I don't think he really handled that type of track either, Peter, so it was a very good effort, and he's done everything right. He's won his last two, and I thought he's going into this race extremely well.
Let's take a look at this performance, and there he is now, and he really found the line like a horse who's going to have absolutely no problems with 2,500 metres.
Yes, and there's Freemasons in the pink as well, and Chief Scout, who's also had another run since then, and he's been racing well too.
And Shogun Lodge in the green colours on the outside. inside, wobbled off the track on the home turn.
Yes, he did, and he's probably a little queerly staying the distance, but he's got plenty of class about him.
I thought one thing that race indicated, Jen, was that we do have a pretty even lot of 3-year-olds this year. There wasn't much between them at the finish. I don't think there will be today either.
No, well, there's a few at the bottom of the field that do fade away a little bit.
Oh, the bottom of the field, yes,
Yes.
but the top chances, I think we could see probably 5 or 6 chances.
Quite possibly too, and the fact that, you know, there has been some leaders in the past, they've got a good record in the Derby. Chief Scout's probably not out of it, are they?
George Hanlon, Rich, 82 years of age. He's won 3 Melbourne Cups. Can he win his first Derby today with Diatribe?
I reckon he can. I'd love to see George win his first Derby, did you say?
Yep.
Yeah, really. I would have thought George had won one before, but here's Diatribe at Moonee Valley on the 23rd. And in the Vars, which is a great lead-up race to the Derby.
He finished off nicely too.
Oh, he did. He had these covered a fair way out, and he just spaced them on the way to the line.
That's Cloth of Gold in 3rd place too, one of the top contenders today, trained by Bart Cummins.
And Chief Scout again in 2nd, so it's good form. You know, that form is holding up.
Bart's got 3 runners in the race. One of them, John Letts, was very unlucky in the Derby Trial Stakes at Geelong. Campamanis is his name.
Yes, and his father's already won a Derby, Grosvenor, and here it is here, and this is Bart's horse here, Campamanis. But gee, Bart's won 5 Derbies, he's going for his 6th. So, and the winner of this comes from behind him, actually, Pete.
Yeah, he had a beautiful run, didn't he, Jen, Troubadour?
It's interesting, you know, Peter, just to interrupt, because he can't get the whip out. It's caught in the main. So that was in the early part of the straight there as well.
The winner had the lovely run. Campamanis had to work hard, went around them 3 and 4 deep. John, I thought he was entitled to weaken here, but look at the way he's gone to the line.
He did, Pete. I just doubt Troubadour really against Blackfriars, because Blackfriars did hold him easily last time, and I do think the second horse, Campamanis, is going to be hard to beat, because he's bred to stay, and the other horse, as you know, Troubadour is out of a Roy's yesterday, and might just find it a little bit.
And he's huge odds too, Campamani, as we saw on the Toad Call before. All right. There are the replays, there are the facts and figures. There's one other horse that we're going to have a look at, and that is Freemason. We did see him in the replays. He worked out here with Arena the other day. First of all, we'll take a look at your selections there, and here is Freemason. Over on the inside of Arena, wasn't bad work. He's round about the 10-1 mark, probably entitled to be about that quote.
Yes, there's probably a few, Peter, that you could wonder whether or not they're going to get the Derby distance here, but I think Freemason's will. I don't think he's the best horse in the race, but I think he's there with a place chance in it for sure.
Maybe back-to-back victories for Johnny Hawkes, you never know, after
he's done it before.
Arena's victory, and that is Arena working with him there. So let's go to the selections. Diatribe for you?
Yes, I think Diatribe can win. I was most impressed with his effort at Moonee Valley. I thought it was a very strong performance there.
Blackfriars and Chief Scout for the trifecta for Jenny Chapman, and Campamani's number 12, the best outsider. Richard Freedman, give us your trifecta.
Well, I'm going to go for Diatribe. I reckon he's a great colt, you know, and he's got good form. Shogun Lodge, well, his form's fantastic too, you know. He's just got to get around the Melbourne way of going. Liberty Hall, form solid. Bart Cummins, Cloth of Gold, my best outsider, also from the Cummings stable.
Let's hear it.
I actually got to go along with Rich with Cloth of Gold. I think he's the best outsider and a good each-way chance. But I did like Liberty Hall. Blackfriars got to be hard to beat. And Shogun Lodge, well, actually is a class horse of the race, isn't he?
And I think that might get him through Shogun Lodge, number 1. He's my selection in the Amy Victoria Derby today to beat Diatribe. What a wonderful story it'd be for George Hanlon and Greg Hall, who's looking for his 3rd Derby win. Blackfriars is definitely going to get the trip, and I too thought Campamani's at big odds was the best of the outsiders. Dan's selections, 1, 9 and 4, Shogun Lodge, Cloth of Gold and Blackfriars, and from Gary Willits, it's 4, 1 and 3, Blackfriars, Shogun Lodge and Diatribe. Liberty Hall is Gary's best outsider. So there you have it, the big race of the day, the Amy Victoria Derby. We'll be taking a look at the Louis Vuitton, the Salinger, and also the last race very shortly. We'll take a break with more of Milton Black's suggestions for what to do on Derby Day. You're watching Network 10's live coverage of the opening day of the 1999 Melbourne Cup Carnival. the important business of finding a winner. The second of our Group 1 treble today is race 7, the Louis Vuitton McKinnon Stakes, and we're going to take a look at Ty the Knot's performance in the Cox Plate, Jen. And he's been my Melbourne Cup tip all along, and nothing shook me on this day. I thought he was a super run.
It was, and of course there's the best mare from New Zealand, Sunline, in front, and Peter, I think we're going to see a pretty decent one from New Zealand in this race as well. But there's Ty the Knot. We all know him. We know him so well. He gets back, he runs on, he's got a great finish, and he just can't run badly. Yeah,
he'll definitely be there when the whips are cracking today. But what's this horse from New Zealand you're alluding to?
Sent Home.
I don't think anyone's ever heard of it.
No, he's a good horse. I can tell you that.
Not over here they haven't heard of it, so tell us some more about it.
I'll probably hear about him today, I'd say.
All right, well, the mail's pretty good about Sent Home. Rich, you've gone for Ty the Knot.
Oh, you can't go past Ty the Knot. I think his form from Sydney and in Victoria is very, very good. He's run the other day at Cox Plate, fantastic. And by the way, Sent Home races in the famous colours of Carbine and Superimpose.
Let's see. You have gone for
Rogan Josh.
The one of Bart Cummings?
Won by, trained by Bart Cummings. I thought his run in the Caulfield Cup was exceptional. Just the weight for age worries me a little bit today, but I think if he runs well today, he's going to be a chance in the Melbourne Cup if he gets in.
He will be a big chance, and there's Johnny Lett's selection, number 7, Rogan Josh. But for myself, Dan Malicki, and Gary Willits, it is Ty the Knot, number 1. That is the Louis Vuitton McKinnon Stakes. And the third of the Group 1 features is the Salinger Stakes, which is race 8. What a dash this is up the straight. And we're going to have a look at the performance of Magic Music from Moonee Valley going back last Saturday in the Schweppes. She is a flying machine, Rich, and she's going really well for Johnny Sadler.
She is an absolute flying machine. She gave nothing else a chance here at Moonee Valley. She got to the front early, and she just kept going. Damien Oliver in the saddle there looking around at other runners, thinking, where are you, boys? This is going that well. She'll run very well. Not my selection, but I reckon she'll run well.
All right, what is your selection?
Well, I'm going to stick with Notoire. I think he's a tough racehorse. Last start winner. That'll do me.
Jennifer, Kidman's Cove. He's going to come down the outside.
Yes, he's had one run in, Peter, and I like that run there. Down the outside, and I think he's a definite chance.
Toledo loves this track, let's see.
Loves this track. Ran second to General Nadine in the Newmarket, second up. Then he ran second in the Emirates, second up, and today he's second up, and I think he'll go one better today in the Salinger.
Well, I think winning form is good form. I've gone for Magic Music. 1,200 metres might be just a little bit of a query, but I think she'll get pretty close to 1,200 metres, and she's going to be in front for a long way. Magic Music from Dan Malicki, and Far Rain from Gary Willits in race 8.